Welcome to Igbo Area TV. Okonjo-Iweala commissions electric buses in Abia. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, has commissioned electric buses in Abia State. The buses are meant to reduce air pollution, reduce fuel costs, and promote clean energy transportation. Speaking at the event, Okonjo-Iweala warned African leaders against ignoring environmental pollution. She said pollution is no longer just an environmental issue, but a health and economic problem. According to her, countries that fail to invest in clean energy will suffer more diseases, climate disasters, and economic losses in the future. The Abia State government described the project as part of its plan to modernize public transport and align with global climate goals. Residents say the buses look modern, quiet, and environmentally friendly, but many are waiting to see how well the project will sustain.
Africa contributes only 3% of global carbon emissions, which is very limited. Yet, all of us have to contribute to a better climate for the world. So the fact that in Abia State, we're doing something extraordinary in bringing these buses is just a delightful thing. And I do want to commend the governor, the deputy governor, the commissioners, and to commend our brother for his part in it, in helping to make our air cleaner and better. So, congratulations to His Excellency, the Governor and his entire team for having made this happen.
Somebody follow the other door. And they didn't open it. It's a problem.
Oh, really? The WTO are not present. Okay. So we are working together in
the sister who have just commissioned these electric buses, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, DCOM. And I would like to, we have to start afresh to ensure that they were built in. And I can announce today that the 20 electric buses here are PWD compliant.
Imo 2025 budget still not 50% implemented as 2026 budget is presented. Imo State Governor Uzodinma has presented the 2026 budget to the Imo State House of Assembly. However, reports show that less than 50% of the 2025 budget has been implemented, even after the third quarter of the year. The 2025 budget was over 800 billion naira, with a large portion meant for capital projects such as roads, infrastructure, and development programs. By the end of the third quarter, revenue inflow and spending were still below expectations. Critics say this raises serious questions about budget performance, governance efficiency, and accountability. While government officials argue that revenue shortfalls and administrative processes slowed implementation, citizens are asking one major question: if old projects are not finished, why rush to present a new budget? Many Imo residents say they want to see the completed road, hospitals, and schools, not just budget presentations. Enugu denies ceding border community to Kogi. The Enugu State government has denied claims that it has ceded a border community to Kogi State. The state government described the report as false, misleading, and capable of causing panic. According to Enugu officials, the National Boundary Commission has not made any final decision transferring any Enugu community to Kogi. The government said it contacted the leadership of the Boundary Commission, which also denied the claim. Residents of the affected border areas have been urged to remain calm and continue their normal activities. However, the issue has reopened long-standing concerns about boundary status, historical maps, and administrative neglect of border communities. Some locals insist the government must go beyond press statements and ensure clear documentation and visible boundary demarcation. Group celebrates 1 year of zero herdsmen-farmers casualty in Anambra. A group in Anambra State has celebrated 1 full year without any recorded casualty from herdsmen-farmers clashes. The group described the achievement as a major breakthrough in peace building and conflict prevention. According to them, dialogue, community engagement, and better security coordination helped prevent violent clashes between farmers and cattle herders. In many parts of Nigeria, such clashes have led to deaths, destruction of farms, and displacement of families. Anambra's experience is now being cited as an example of how early intervention and local cooperation can prevent violence. Residents say they now feel safer going to farms and carrying out daily activities without fear. Legacy of Three Kings to mark 100th birthday of Nnewi Monarch. A cultural stage drama titled Legacy of Three Kings, set to herald the 100th birthday celebration of Igwe Kenneth Onyeneke Orizu III, the traditional ruler of Nnewi in Anambra State. The drama will showcase the monarch's life, reign, leadership values, and contribution to Igbo culture and unity. Igwe Orizu III is one of the longest reigning monarchs in Africa, having ruled Nnewi for over 6 decades. The production will feature notable Nollywood actors and is designed to preserve Igbo history, royal traditions, and generational leadership values. Cultural leaders say the celebration is not just about age, but about legacy, stability, and cultural continuity.
From the 27th of December to the 28th to the 29th. Amongst the exciting events lined up will be the state drama as mentioned, the world-class state drama that you hear more from the director of the Igwe himself. Mr. Chinoso is here, who is the producer. We'll be staging that same evening after the drama, the war. We should all recall growing up in the villages. For those of us that grew up in the villages after the war, the nostalgic feeling we get when we think back to our days, the evenings, sitting around outside of various compounds, enjoying the moment.
Question.
We, as theater artists, as performers, are going to tell a story, and this story we are bringing Nollywood actors like Patience Ozoko, there's Aki Chinedu, Ike, we have Obi Okoli, we have Abubu. So we are trying to give this a very befitting color that everybody that comes, everybody that sees the performance understands Nnewi from the lens of KO and Orizu, our Igwe.
What better way to celebrate a man that has a lifetime of service, innovation, great in governance, and of course now Nnewi is really a death all over Nigeria. Nigeria is the most populous black nation in the world. And guess what? Many people are part of it.
For somebody who has been around in governing Nnewi for
Governor Mbah launches free Christmas transport for Enugu indigenes. Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah has launched a free transport scheme for Enugu indigenes returning home for Christmas and New Year. The program covers travel from major cities such as Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano, and others. Only registered Enugu indigenes through town unions are eligible for the scheme. The government says the initiative is meant to erase the burden of high transport costs, encourage family reunion, and promote festive unity. Beneficiaries are expected to arrive in Enugu between December 22 and 24. Many Enugu residents have welcomed the move, describing it as timely and people-focused. Now let's get to reaction to our stories. Let's talk now. Electric buses in Abia are good, but Nigerians are tired of commissioning without consistency. Bus will know the move after camera go. It's not good to hear that these buses are not moving when the cameras go off. God, it was also Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Imo budget matter. You never finish eating yesterday's food, but you are already cooking for tomorrow. Hope again in Ndi Igbo are asking for results, not grammar. Presenting a new budget. The older one has not been implemented. I don't even think half of it has been implemented. Concerning Enugu boundary denial, it is necessary, but government must remember this. Land is not press release. If you don't protect border communities, others will claim them. You know, people at the border are mostly neglected. Let that not be the case here. And Anambra's 1 year of peace between farmers and herders is good news. When dialogue works, bullet no go get work. And this one deserves crap. Meanwhile, I hope Anambra is maintaining the ban on roaming with cows. Open grazing should not be permitted, whether there is peace or not. Anambra should ban open grazing, and I hope they are adhering to that. I hope people are not still involved in this open grazing. 100 days of peace, good, but open grazing should be banned, please. So, leadership is not about noise, it is character and continuity. Free transport for Christmas, wow, that one sweet pass, so that sweet pass. Now, when government remember people during hardship, people remember government during elections. Is election approaching? Anyway, in rounding up, development is not slogan, peace is not accident, culture is not decoration, and governance is not announcement. Ndi Igbo, ngwano, ebe aka ntị ka hapịa today. Mụ na ụnụ ga-afụkwa echi. Ọkwa na like Igbo Land News a ngwa gwakwana anyị ịchọkwa ka a na-etinyere gị ife ndị mmadụ na-ene n'ife onyonyo ha na-afụkwa afa business gị kpọtụrụ anyị etinye ekwentị anyị na nke a.